Hello there, and welcome back to another edition of the Grumble and Grouch Show. I'm Grumble, here with Grouch. Say hello, Grouch.
Hello.
We decided to watch Wicked. It was between this and Avatar 3. I was like, I don't know. A lot of critics are saying it's kind of boring, so let's just go with Wicked. We were off for a long time. It's good to be back. We've missed a lot of movies, but we're going to start off the year strong with Wicked. All right, so let's just get right into this one.
I hate this movie.
I think only one scene for me I think was good, but other than that, it was just kind of a snooze fest. The songs were very unmemorable. Not a great movie at all. It's really boring and nothing really interesting. It was very formulaic. But we'll go and break this down scene by scene.
I feel like the songs, like we're saying, like they just
very
sang like
generic.
the whole time, but it's like I can't remember any of them.
No, it's just something they were just singing out words to what they were doing. It's not like it's not melodic. It was not really like
Today, I'm eating Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
Why do I have one too many?
Yeah.
Where's my marshmallows?
There's not enough marshmallows in this Lucky Charms. Yeah, no. So anyways, the movie begins. They're putting the yellow brick road down, right? And I was wondering how
That's how it starts.
Yeah, they're putting down the bricks. They're making the.
Ooh, I like that scene. That was a good scene.
Yeah, it was pretty advanced the way they're laying those bricks down. Damn, I'm like that's doing quick work of those freaking streets. No problem. But of course, they're being pulled by these like oxen who are oppressed oxen, by the way. They were not happy-go-lucky oxen. They were very put down upon angry oxen, pulling the contraption to lay the bricks.
Yo, the people that work on the turnpike should take notes, bro.
Seriously, man. It was very efficient. Just because they got a couple pissed-off ox. Screw them. They're laying out some beautiful
Can you imagine no
streets.
traffic?
Okay, so anyways, they're laying... And of course, the evil white people are abusing those poor oxen. And they're just beating them mercilessly, this poor oxen. And like, where's the witch? She's got to come and save the day. And of course, here she comes flying in. How dare you beat those poor oxen? And she starts, of course, manhandling all of these workers, just doing their job, basically. And she puts paint on some of the little girl and the workers, she sprays them with some of the yellow paint they paint the bricks with. And she frees the oxen, because she's the hero, don't you know? That's the whole thing about this movie, is they call her the Wicked Witch. But she's not wicked at all. She's saintly, as a matter of fact. Very, very wonderful young lady who's out there to save the day and save all these poor oxen who are being beaten mercilessly by these evil white people. And that's how the movie starts. So she beats up these white people, and then they freeze the oxen and they run off. And that's immediately they try to establish from the jump. Well, she's actually a wonderful woman, the witch. And these people who live in Oz, they're horrendous the way they treat these poor animals.
That's how I treat my oxen.
Me too. What's the big deal, man?
You see my neighborhood, bro? My neighborhood. No potholes.
And just in case you forgot from the last movie who the real hero is, it's the witch. A quick reminder, because they got it literally as soon as the movie starts. They don't waste any time beating you over the head with, don't forget everybody, the witch is an amazing saintly character and everyone else is a villainous, evil scumbag. But the witch, she's an amazing young woman, just looking out for the well-being of these poor, sweet animals. That's immediately established the first 10 minutes. Another thing I didn't get when the movie begins too is they have all these like banners. They're pointing at Glenda is good. Glenda is good. Mm-hmm. I get they're going to put the witch is evil. They're spreading propaganda. But what makes this broad so good? I don't totally get that either. Why are they propping her up so much? What makes her like this amazing... I never told... Why do you think that is? Was it totally established why they want to prop Glenda up? Like she's such an amazing... I don't get that. I never really understood that.
I feel like they have to prop her up because she was part of like that whole scenario where like she knows too much type of deal. Mm-hmm. So like you don't want her to turn against the
but
Chinese
what makes her
lady
so special? I didn't get that. I get the witch because she's telekinetic.
What made her special?
I don't.
Yeah, nothing. She did.
Yeah, that's I never
other than she's associated. She's like best friends with the witch. That's the only reason to get her.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was just watching. As I was watching this, why are they building up? I totally get why they want to tear the witch down. Okay, understood. so they establish now that she's very wicked and evil. Or actually, no, they establish that she's actually an amazing person because she's trying to save all the animals and whatnot. And then they start getting into the character of Glenda, and they give her, because in the original, she had this little bubble that she traveled around in. So they gave her own little bubble that she would travel around in. That was so...
No, I think that's the one of the things that I found interesting about the whole movie was how they tied everything together. I thought it was like everything has its own little backstory and how it happened, why it happened. I thought that was okay. It was just, because if not, you'd be like, well, how's she flying in the bubble? But they actually tell you where she got the bubble.
But I would have preferred it if it was something. It just seems very like contrived and forced, rather than. Make it more natural. Because they literally just, all right, here's a bubble for you. Now go off with your little bubble. That's literally how they, oh, here's your bubble. Now off with you. I'm like, why couldn't it be more like a natural evolution of her having these powers and that she devises her own? It's immediately just the wizard made it, and here you go, off with you.
They wanted to show the equality. So
right,
like,
okay, because she could
flies,
fly. Right, the wicked witch can fly, so you could fly too. Yeah. I just thought it was very contrived. And then eventually they have this to me, again, why does the government of Oz want to oppress all of these animals? Why are they hunting them down? Why are they forced? So there's a scene where all the animals are going to go underground to escape the wrath of the wizard and the government. Why are they oppressing these animals? What have they done to them? Why fuck with them or mess with them? I don't get it. It didn't make sense to me. Why? What's their goal end game here? To mess with the animals. I don't think it's truly established. Why? They want to just get rid of the animals, so they decide, well, we're going to leave to this other land. And it's cool because they tell us what the other land is. It was basically like desert with no life, no vegetation, nothing but desert. And I don't like that either because you're telling me the entire world is either Oz or desert. That's it. That's ridiculous. That's the entire world. It makes the place seem so small. You're telling me the only people that exist live in Oz, and that's it. There's no other place you can go. That's weak, man. It's the entire... And actually, at one point, they had like a globe, and I looked at it, and all they had like a circle, almost like Australia, and the rest is like all desert. Like, come on, dude. That's weak, I think. I didn't care for that.
That's their world, man.
Oh, yeah. Listen, you can do whatever you want in your world. But I gotta like it. Another thing, too, it struck me was this movie begins, it's like nonstop singing. Like the first half hour is just like from one song to another song to another. I get it. I would be more behind it. If there were some good tunes, I was like, yeah, I can get down with this. This is some good music. It's just generic-ass like theater music where they're just trying to explain what they're doing in song with no real melody, no real good songs. It's just like, come on. You just go to the stick to the lyric, or just stick to telling us what's going on. You don't need to sing everything. Terrible. I didn't like that at all. Okay, another thing too is I didn't totally get. Why is it that this girl is so evil, like such a threat to this? Literally now, we know now that Oz is the entire world.
Yes.
So she's literally a threat to the entire. What has she really done to make her such an amazing threat?
She knows too much. Just like,
okay,
and then you have to die, bro. You have to die. You become an enemy of the state.
Okay, let's just say, okay.
Enemy of Oz.
But does that mean these people are that stupid that they believe whatever the government tells them?
Hey, what are we?
I don't believe a freaking thing the government tells me, man. I don't buy any of it. Have a healthy skepticism. Whatever the government says. Oh yeah, she did that and the other. Oh, that bitch. Let's get her. She's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm like,
isn't that what we do to people?
Isn't there any kind of little faction that says, yeah, you know what? You guys are full of crap, bro. I don't buy it. Not one. Everyone in Oz is on board for this one.
Hey, people tell us who's good and who's bad.
Listen, I don't buy half of that shit. No. Yeah, you know what? You guys are full of crap. I don't buy it.
Let me go back to Oz.
But anyways, yeah, it's just... the problem I have with this movie is it's like written for little children. It's just so like black and white. These guys are good. These guys are bad. And this is why they're bad. And this is... No, I don't like being spoon-fed stuff. I like people to think a little. And to be honest, a lot of this shit didn't make sense. There's no one skeptical about the... I'm just reading too much into a freaking stupid Wizard of Oz movie. You would think there'd be some people that are like, yeah, you know what, the witch ain't bad. She helped me out the other day. What the fuck? No, everybody's convinced the witch is evil. Glenda's amazing. Not one skeptical person out of these millions of people.
Hey, they know the lyrics and everything.
Oh my God. Even like Goebbels couldn't get this kind of propaganda down. You know what it is too is I have never, in all my years, I'm a big movie guy. I love movies. I watched a lot of movies in my day. In my opinion, I have never seen a movie bang you over the head as much as this movie does, saying, "Oh, don't forget, everybody, the witch is great. The witch is amazing. She's a saintly person." And at one point, there's a scene where she's like in her little hovel, wherever she lives. And no lie, it's written. She wrote down, "Save all the animals." I mean, come on. How many ways can you beat us over the head that she's like the most amazing saintly woman that ever lived? Move over, Mother Teresa. She's more amazing than Mother Teresa. She's an amazing saintly woman. That was the message of this movie. I have never seen a movie hit you over the head more than this movie did. Ridiculous. That's why I kind of resent movies that try to tell you what you're supposed to think, and if you don't think this way, then you're a bad person. You know? No, I don't think that way. Yeah. So there was a scene too, like where all the animals they're going underground because they can't live in Oz anymore. They got to escape to the desert.
So they're gonna die underground.
Yeah. So they're gonna die in the desert. There's nothing lives out there, and then she tries to convince them. At one point too, there's like a little like cricket or something comes up to her. I swear I was waiting for the cricket to say something. Follow us, Elizabeth. I was like, why not have the freaking cricket talk? You know, why not? All the other animals are talking, you know? Let the cricket have a couple of words.
Have you seen Pinocchio around here?
Yeah. So stupid. All the animals are talking to her. And no, a bear hugs her. She goes, "Oh, I'm going to miss your bear hug." Who writes this shit?
That was like her nanny, like who brought her
Yeah.
up.
Oh, but still.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss your bear hug.
Yeah, bear hug.
Nonsense.
I think that's her name.
Bear hug?
Her name is Bear Hug.
And again, too, is like contrived nonsense where the sister is in love with what do they call them?
Munchkin?
A munchkin, yeah. But the munchkin, this is, again, contrived nonsense. The munchkin thinks he has a chance in hell with Glenda. She goes, "Oh, I love Glenda. She's mine, and I'm going to get her." Come on, bro. First of all, she's the most adored woman in the entire world, and you're going to have this little munchkin's got a shot with her. Come on, what are we watching? This is like a cartoon. So he's convinced he's going to get Glenda. So, and
he's like, "I may not be able to get Glenda, but I can at least get a girl that can walk."
Yeah.
So I'm out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, and so then it's started too is like once again the witch shows up to save the day. So she allows her.
Because you forgot she was good, so we had to.
Yeah, you got to remind you. Yeah, she's an amazing person, absolutely amazing. So she allows, gives her the ability to walk, the sister, because she's in a wheelchair. So he gives her little shoes that she can now fly, and not even walk. She's flying now. But I guess she got so pissed off that she lost the ability to fly and she's back in a wheelchair because the guy said, "Yeah, I don't want anything to do with you. I want Glenda." So he leaves. But it's funny too. Is like. At one point, she tries to cast a spell. The girl in the wheelchair tries to cast a spell on the boyfriend to make him love her.
She's so dumb, right?
Yeah, and then she's like, "Oh,
she could have just cast a spell for her to walk."
Right? Yeah. What the fuck?
But love was more important than getting around.
Yeah. So eventually, then what happened?
If you can walk, you can do better than Munchkin. Let me tell you. So work on that. Work on that spell, right?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, and so then. Elizabeth casts a spell because originally the sister tries to cast a spell on the guy to make him love her, and then she messes it up, and his heart starts burning. She's, "My heart is burning."
Oh no, I think it was getting smaller. I think.
Okay.
It's shrinking.
"My heart is shrinking."
No, you know what? I think that. No, I'm just kidding.
So then the heart's shrinking. So she sends the sister out of the house, a room. So now she starts casting some spells. And now the boyfriend comes out, the munchkin. He's now the Tin Man.
That was hot, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah. Why a Tin Man? And not only that, his little hat turns into a freaking aluminum funnel. Make that make sense.
It makes sense because that's what he looks like in the original.
He'd have a freaking funnel on his head. How'd that funnel come from?
He didn't have a funnel?
No.
Bro, that's like that Mandela effect.
That's a Mandela. Okay, yeah. It wasn't a funnel.
If you asked me, I thought they did him perfect. Like he has a freaking funnel.
Okay.
He actually squirts oil. Like
yeah.
No,
no, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
What is he nut, bro?
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe he gets with a girl who shoot a couple loads of oil, but
Here's some WD-40 for you. Can you change my filter, please?
And so then what eventually ends up happening is they want to convince the witch to join our side because he's not that bad.
Hey, they convinced me, man.
Yeah, listen, you got to lie once in a while to the stupid public because they buy anything as evident in the movie. But whatever the government says or the Oz wizard says, they totally buy it. So it kind of makes sense. So then they eventually try to get Elizabeth to join the wizard and Glenda. But she eventually says, yes, listen, you free the monkeys and one other thing, and I'm there. I'm good. I'll join you guys. Okay. So she joins them, and then like 5 seconds after joining them, one of the monkeys shows up and says, hey, look in there. So she looks in there, and there's like 1,000 freaking animals all caged up. So, here we go. That evil white man cannot stop his evil ways. So now, here we go with the Force Jedi powers. She breaks all the locks, and then she says, run. Now, I'm thinking she said run to the wizard. I'm thinking, oh, this guy's cooked. All the animals are going to maul him. But I guess she said run to the animals because all the animals just flee. I was like, why not just tear a piece out of the wizard first before you go? What the fuck? They've been chained up for how many years? Then just leave the wizard? No. A couple of them should take a couple bites out of him, I thought. But nope, they take off. So she's now she's not going to join the wizard.
Maybe it's a normal reaction. What if you were asleep and then you're finally free? Would you just take off? Or you stop and punch the guy really fast?
I'd stop and punch him a couple
and then
times.
Keep running.
Yeah, kick him at least once or twice, and I'm out. And so it's funny too. Is now keep in mind. Listen, I would get it if they cast like some super beautiful girl to play the witch. I would get it if some guy was like totally enamored. And this guy, the prince, is completely enamored with the witch.
Do you believe in magic?
Dude, he must have had a spell put on him because that witch, green, black, blue, in no light or no color is she attractive.
They're like
she is so hideous. I don't care what color she is. Bro, I'm passing on that.
They did a spell on him said.
He's like head over heels in love. Which, like I said, is I would get it if they put some fine girl with a great body. I was like, okay, yeah, you know what? I can see that, man. I can get behind that.
Margot
Robbie painted green. I would have absolutely been head over heels. But they cast such a ugly, a very unattractive girl as Elizabeth. Unbelievable unattractive. So I don't buy it already. Good-looking prince he can get any girl he wants. He's going to go after this green ogre? It doesn't make sense. No. So I don't buy. So he's like head over heels in love with her as if she's some gorgeous creature.
Listen, I feel bad for him, bro. I could feel it, man. Every scene they were together, I could see what he was thinking, like in real life. Like every time they were about to kiss, I could see him say, hey, cut, hurry up, man, hurry up with the scene. That was like his inner voice, man. Hurry up, cut, I'm kissing this girl.
One take is enough, I've had it. Good enough, print it.
Not again.
The prince is now in love with Elizabeth. And so what happens is, he tries to save Elizabeth.
You know what they say? Once you go green, there's no in between.
Yeah. So he now tries to save Elizabeth. Glinda and Elizabeth have a fight. So he tries to break it up, and he was ready to kill Glinda to save Elizabeth.
Oh, yeah, they were fighting.
Yeah, they were fighting.
Hell yeah, girl, fight.
Yeah.
We're about to see some white titties.
Yeah. It was kind of it was kind of a boring fight. Nothing really happens. It's kind of stupid. So
we need like real street fight. Man.
Yeah.
Like their hair all over the place.
Yeah.
Their dresses halfway down or something. I don't know, man.
Yeah, there's a lot they could have done with that scene, but they completely ruined it. But again, they had the ugly Elizabeth. Come on, man. But you're right. If they had Margot Robbie, now you got to see.
Yeah, but you wanted to see green boobs in the last scene. So
I don't know if I wanted to see it, but I wouldn't look away.
I looked away, but
you looked away. So then they had a fight, and then the prince, of course, contrivance. He shows up right on the spot, and he goes to save Elizabeth because his love of his life. And then this is another thing I don't totally get. He did point the gun right at Glenda, but now the guards want to execute him.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was a bit much.
It's the time.
So here comes the only scene in the entire movie that I thought was actually pretty decent. The witch goes to her castle to try to cast a spell to save the prince so he doesn't get killed by the guards, and he turns him into the Scarecrow.
That was good.
That was a good scene. That was the best scene. The only redeeming scene in the entire movie. I really liked it. I thought it was well shot, well done. That's your only chance to save him, was to make him into the Scarecrow. That was cool. I did like that scene. But other than that, the rest of the movie was crap. So then what happens at the end of the movie? Glenn,
a very touching scene. Very touching scene.
What was very touching? Which scene?
They get to say goodbye to each other.
Oh, yeah. So they go to a scene where it's like, okay, here is why I cannot believe you did not get this reference. This movie reminds me so much Batman. In the Batman movie, Batman is like, hey, I need to be evil. I need to be considered hunted by the police. And it's for the best of Gotham. Same thing here. She's like, I need to be considered evil in order for you to thrive, and in order for this country of Oz, or whatever, this world of Oz, to be successful, I have to be considered evil. And you have to continue that. Just like in freaking Batman. You're going to have to hunt me down. Consider, they destroyed all of the lights for Batman. From now on, you're a hunted villain. It's a complete ripoff of Batman, where now she is the hunted, she is the evil person, even though
she dies right here. She dies right here. She dies in the same scene.
Right, but technically, yeah, they kind of got. I didn't think she was, but again, it was so stupid too. Where, like I said, at the very end of the movie, she's like, "Hey, I need to be killed. I need to die for Oz to survive." I guess.
Bro, that was a tearjerker, bro. I cried. I looked at my watch. I was like, God damn, I lost this 2 hours of my life. I looked up and there was still more.
Yeah.
I was like, well, when?
That did kind of sadden me a little too.
Yeah, I was like, when is this gonna finish?
Yeah. So we did lose a couple hours of our lives there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But they were talking to each other.
Yeah, so they kind of talk to each other, and it says, listen, I got to do this. She fills a bucket of water. Now we all know what's going to happen. She's going to pour the bucket. I thought she was going to pour it on her own head and say, hey, I died heroically, or whatever. But no, what it is they reenact the scene basically
That's
from
nice,
the original.
with shadows and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I like that part.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't care for that. And then so eventually she starts screaming, I'm melting. And
How did it go?
I'm melting. And then she melts away. And you think, all right, well, listen, she's dead. The movie's over. But little did we know, evidently, I guess she cast a spell. But again, she knows spells to make herself melt. Come on, bro. That's ridiculous, too. Isn't it a fact that she dies when water spilled on her? Is that all make-believe? Did she make that up?
All make-believe.
Come on, bro. That's the thing. It's such contrivances in this movie. So many contrivances. Oh, water kills me? No, water doesn't kill me. I can levitate stuff. I can't levitate stuff. I have the powers of the Force. I don't have the powers of the Force. Make up your mind, man. Is she almost omnipotent?
Am I Yoda or am I Shrek?
Yeah, she's a little both. Yeah, and so evidently that was all for our benefit because she's not dead. And she didn't melt in the water.
That was nice, man. I called it though. In the back of my mind, I was like, I bet she's
alive. You didn't call. I didn't hear that.
I thought it.
No, you didn't. So eventually what happens is she comes out of the basement, and I was like, bro, she live in that basement for the rest of her life? Nope. Her and the Scarecrow take off to the Forbidden Zone, or the desert, to live the rest of their lives in the desert together.
Hey, but that was
corny ass shit.
I thought he looked really cool, man.
I didn't care. I don't like the Scarecrow the way he looked because he looked goofy in the original. Heaven forbid they make this good-looking guy look goofy. Nope. That would have been funny if they made him look as goofy as they did in the original. Bro, he looked like himself with a sackcloth over his face, with his eyebrows sticking the sackcloth. No. He made it look way too good.
The part that you don't know is that the witch left him.
I just felt like watching this movie. This was not meant for men. This is like a girl, gay man movie, not meant for straight men. Absolutely not. So that's the kind of vibe I got watching this movie too. And you know why I realized watching this movie too? It made me realize this movie was so 2026. And do you know why? It's because that poor witch. She's like the eternal victim. The whole world is out to get her. Who's going to save her? That poor green girl. Out fighting against the world. Nobody's on her side. Her father, her sister, nobody. That's what they push the whole movie. Everyone's against Elizabeth. Everyone. You name the person, they're against. The sister was against her. The father was against her. Glenda was against her. Oz was against her. The wizard was against her.
The Munchkins.
The Munchkins were against her. That was just like, she was like the perfect liberal victim, where everyone's, the world's against me, but I will still fight to survive. Well, actually, the only person that wasn't against her was the gay prince. And I don't even know if they slept together. They just assume that. Who knows? Because he looks fruity as anything.
He was thinking of Shrek.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing, too, is we watch this movie. At one point, too, is she tries to lead. She wants to stop the animals from going into the other world. So she goes into the desert world. Mm-hmm. And so she goes, no, you must stop. We can fight them together. All of us together. And then, bro, this is like a bad 1970s made-for-TV Disney movie. It was so corny and childish and ridiculous. At one point, too, yeah, so the Chinese girl, she like falls over. And then the little frog like spits in her eye. It's like, this is like a bad 1970s Disney movie. This is terrible. I didn't like this movie at all. I have got a huge plot hole for this movie. And I guess the only
do? I thought they did such a good job.
No. Listen, the only thing that I can suggest would be the out for this plot hole. Well, let me say the plot hole first. The plot hole is this. Now, keep in mind, Glenda and Elizabeth have been friends for years in college.
Yes.
Right? So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Not since they were little kids, but they've been friends their entire life. You're telling me never once in all the years of their friendship, never were like, hey, what are you doing tonight? Let's go to the movies. Okay, let's go to the movies. And then they go to Elizabeth. Oh, I can't. Well, why not? It's raining. Wouldn't she melt in the rain? So every time it's raining, Elizabeth cannot leave her house. That's a freaking fact. Immediately, shouldn't that bring out red flags? Why is Elizabeth?
No, it makes no sense because they're trying to tell you water does nothing. It's just a myth.
No. But
yeah,
but wait a minute.
She
Okay.
didn't die.
No. Okay.
She did.
Okay, hold on. Let's just.
Yeah.
Here's where you're wrong on that one. Because when she started filling a bucket with water, why did Glenda say, "Hey, stop. That's going to kill you," whatever? How did she know that? Unless that was a fact. Why did she say, "Hey, don't stop filling the water. You're going to," because everyone knows that a bucket of water will kill the witch, except Dorothy. So it's been established.
Except Dorothy, no.
Because because Dorothy's new to that whole world.
Right.
But I guess everyone should know that water will kill, because it's been established in other scenes where they said, "Oh, water."
Yeah, but this whole world is built on lies. Oh, she's wicked. Oh, she's this.
Like I said, I agree. That could be the only plot hole. That could be the only way to save the plot hole. But
we saw water being dumped on her, and she's perfect. She's not even burnt.
When did you see water smell in her? What scene?
At the end.
No, but that's
Dorothy puts water.
But you only see the shadows. That's only a shadow. You don't actually see it. All shadows.
She missed the whole bucket.
She missed the whole bucket.
The whole bucket full of water. She just missed.
Bro, that's not probably how this movie. Can't you stick to the original freaking movie? What I loved about the original, which they take away completely, is run with the fact that she's evil. Run with the fact that the witch is absolutely cold-blooded evil. And she don't give a damn about any. That's why I love the original. That's why when I was a little kid, I had freaking nightmares because she's so evil. You remember in the scene, the original, she said, when the sands run out, you're going to die. You are going to die.
When what?
She had like a little hourglass, and she flipped it upside down, and then actually the sands went in reverse. And she goes, when the sands run out, you will die. Oh my! So she's not a sweetheart as they portray her in this movie.
Yeah, but you didn't see this version. You didn't.
Well, thank God I didn't watch this as a kid, because I would have hated the original too. Because it's terrible. That's another thing too. Is let's just assume. Well, I am going to assume this because they established it.
You have to.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that water kills her.
But I'm assuming it doesn't. You're right. You gotta assume that water kills her. Right.
So at what point did they know this? When they're washing the kid as a baby? Because remember,
that's what I'm saying.
So when they put her in the bathtub,
made up by the wizard and the Chinese girl.
No, but they never established that either.
I think I'm not sure.
But why establish that? For what purpose? If it's not true, you said. But
So at least somebody has hope, right? If you know how to kill the giant, if a dragon showed up and you know how to kill it,
you know what? That's not a scene too. Remember, at one point they're like, "All right, everyone get a bucket of water. Everyone get a bucket of water."
Yeah.
So it's been established.
Yeah, that's their
But
belief.
then,
It was a lie.
but you're just. Why would you assume that? You're assuming that you have no evidence to back that up.
That what?
The assumption that water would kill her. That's
If same thing that happens
wait,
to
that's-
us. Hey,
yes.
COVID's gonna kill you. Do this, do that, and you do it.
But wait a minute. Why make that up if it's not true? What's the purpose? Why was
to
that?
find like a weakness, like you can actually kill the witch.
But then if you know it doesn't do anything, why would you release that information if you know it's not going to work? It shouldn't take long before
Like
you figure out. Yeah, well, it didn't take us long to realize vaccine doesn't work. All the idiots that got vaccinated, poor bastards. You're dying of heart attacks by just freaking combing your hair now. You should never have taken that shit. I am going to pronounce right now, I am vaccine clear. I'm vaccine free. I never once had a vaccine my whole life.
He's dying of polio.
Bro, you said you would never tell.
He got syphilis.
Why do you think I never get out of this chair?
That's why you love Elsa's sister.
I can relate. She was my favorite character.
Damn that munchkin.
So that's basically how it ends, where she goes off with the scarecrow into the desert to live the rest of her life. And Elizabeth is a national hero, and they all love her. And she finally puts that, here is a twist that nobody saw coming. I didn't see coming. You didn't see a dang thing. No. Where the freaking wizard is the father of Elizabeth.
Oof, I knew that from
Yeah,
the first
right.
one. I knew him from the first
No, you didn't. So he was drinking those concoctions the entire movie. I should have seen that. But he drank the concoctions, and he is the daddy of Elizabeth. And now, of course, he starts shedding a tear that his daughter is gone. Thinks she's dead. But no, she's in the desert somewhere. Mm-hmm. But, and then that was so stupid, too, is like, that Chinese broad is like, well, now you need to leave because of all the shenanigans you did. Who the hell runs this town? Is it, no, then the Chinese broad didn't say this. Glenda says, you need to go. You get out of here. Who runs this town? Is it you or is it the wizard?
You have caused great harm, which is why you will be leaving Oz today.
He should have done a freaking thing. He said, you leave town. You get on that balloon. No. Because of that, now he has to leave town. Why? No. It doesn't follow through. He didn't have to leave town. For what?
Because she knew everything.
But even then, one of the things they made clear in this movie is, I know I'm a dirtbag, but tell the people they're not going to believe you. They're going to believe me. Why does the same thing apply now? You could say, that's my daughter. Who's going to believe you? I'm the freaking wizard. You're just a pretty face.
Oh, I'm just being straight with you. I could tell them that I've been lying to them till I'm, forgive me, blue in the face, but wouldn't make any difference. They're never going to stop believing in me.
Yeah, but I think it's like he's demoralized at that point because he killed his daughter. He needs some sort of punishment.
Bro, so you're gonna upend your entire life, fly back to our world where we can barely scratch together an existence, and rather be king of all humanity on Oz? No.
Yes.
No. Makes no sense. I bet, screw you, lady. You get on a balloon and get the freak out of town. This is my country. This is my land. You just live in it. Fuck her. No. That's not how things should have gone down. But again, I don't know. It's just.
But again, it ties to the wizard story. Listen, how he leaves in the balloon.
One thing as I was watching this movie, what kept going through my mind is, you know what?
When's it gonna end?
No, that's one thing I was thinking. The second thing I thought was, this movie was not made for men. Absolutely not. This is one of the gayest, most effeminate movies I've ever seen. It's just like
worse than Barbie.
Yes, because at least in Barbie you had a little eye candy. This girl, I could see her freaking ribs. No, she's way too skinny, and she was the only eye candy in this entire movie. And no, she didn't work for me. No, and definitely not Elizabeth. No, so no eye candy. At least in that you can check out a pretty blonde, but this no. I just felt like watching this movie. This was not meant for men. This is like a girl, gay man movie, not meant for straight men. Absolutely not. So that's the kind of vibe I got watching this movie too. So basically, in conclusion of this movie, the bottom line is this. Now think about it. The original, they made that movie in 1938, and we are 2026, nearly 100 years later.
By my math, yeah.
Yeah, and that movie is literally 100 times better than this movie.
I don't know, man. No.
100 times better.
No.
Bro, one scene does not redeem this movie. Only the one scene where she turns that guy into a scarecrow, cool. Good scene. But in the original, there was like countless good scenes. Countless. It was an amazing, epic adventure that I could watch over and over. I must have watched this movie like 20 times. Amazing movie. This movie is dog crap compared to the original.
But it's trying to show you we can't judge all these old movies by what they try to tell us. Kind of like history. You gotta find the real truth. Who were they? Have you watched Frankenstein?
Yeah.
On Netflix? The new one?
No.
They give you the view of the monster.
Right. From his aspect, yeah.
Hey,
Okay. Well.
so we need to know what the witch was thinking.
Listen,
We
I
gotta
agree.
know the
But
real
listen,
story.
listen, why not just create somebody? And there are people in this world, I believe, that are evil, that have evil intentions, that are just through and through bad. Why not portray that? Why portray some misunderstood little angel who the world's against? But if she can only have somebody on her side to help her along, she would be truly saintly. No, why not have a true villainous piece of crap who is absolutely through and through bad and wants to kill and wants the world to die? Bro, that's the movie I want to see. That's the movie I want to see where you have some villainous
Okay,
person.
well, it's coming out. It's called Doomsday.
More Hollywood crap. No.
Is it called Doomsday?
I think so, yeah.
Avengers.
Yeah. Avengers. Doomsday.
Hey, that's evil right there.
Yeah, the title works, so the rest of it's
like
going to be garbage. But that's what I'm saying is, why not embrace that evil? Why not say, at one point she has like the evil...
Because that's not her story.
They have that evil witch cackle. And even that they have to make fun of. She's, what's that? What was that? Bro, she finally has a tinge of evilness, and they right away have to take it away. No, she's actually really good. Ignore that. Come on, bro. Let's make her evil. Why not have her embrace that evil side of her now and say, fuck humanity, I'm going to kill all of you. I can get behind that. I would be like, hell yeah, get in there. Fuck them over. Nope, she's actually still a wonderful, misunderstood angel. Better than Mother Teresa. Yeah, and what happens in the final conclusion? The witch is saintly. She's better than Mother Teresa. She does no wrong. She's always good. That's not saying they bash you over the head. At no point is the witch even like human, where it's like she's...
That's a good thing, bro.
No.
Remember
Wait, let me just say this.
Remember when you were young? You
Yeah.
said, I can't sleep. Now people will be able to see the witch and go to sleep.
No.
Little kids are not going to be afraid anymore.
No. But that's what keeps you on edge as a kid. You should keep all kids on an edge. Don't let them think the whole world's a fairy tale, everything's bubblegum and rainbows. No. So I think they should have just stuck with the original, make her embrace the evilness, make her want to kill Dorothy, want to kill everyone who's ever been against her. That would have been cool. That I can get behind. That I could say, at least that's human emotion. You're angry. You got screwed over. You want to screw them over who screwed you over. That's human emotion. This girl is unrelatable, a saint who... her worst villains she empathizes with and cares about, and there's nothing about her is relatable. It's just all Hollywood nonsense where she's still, after everything everyone in the world has screwed her over, she's still a saintly woman. Get the fuck. There's so unrealistic nonsense. I cannot relate. I cannot engage with this movie on any level because it's such nonsensical garbage.
The problem is if they made that movie that you want to see, they would have made $7.50.
No, because this movie's not killing the box office.
They're not?
No, Because it's garbage, in my opinion. It's garbage. At least the first one, they established certain things that they could have just like moved forward with and established. Okay, yeah, now she's evil. Now she's angry. And I love the title, Wicked for Good. There's so many ways you can think about that title, Wicked for Good. Does that mean, is she actually good, or if from now on she's going to be wicked? Which is what I was hoping it would be. From now on, she's wicked. Screw humanity. Screw them. I've been screwed over enough times that I'm angry. I want revenge. That movie I would have paid to see, not this nonsense where this girl is literally.
Paid to see anyway, man.
Yeah, no, I want money back.
Got him. Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah. Oh, and one last thing I want to say about the witch is, you know, another problem I had is, what makes her so like magnanimous and so wonderful? Who's like her role model? Who does she look up to? Nobody.
Mama Bear. Professor Goat.
Bro, you got me there. Freaking Mama Bear, his mother Teresa in disguise. But you're right, Mama Bear. But bro, come on, Mama Bear. How long does she really know Mama Bear?
Her whole life.
No.
Her whole childhood was raised by Mama Bear.
And then Mama Bear turned her back on her at the end too. It's like, yo, you bitch on your own. I'm out. I'm going to the freaking desert.
You want some honey with that?
Even Mama Bear turned her back on Elizabeth. That should be like earth-shattering for her. But you're right. Okay, Mama Bear was part of her life. But still, is that really her go-to? I'm going to be saintly because of Mama Bear? No. I don't buy it. This scene, too, where they're about to, all the animals are about to go into the, under, I don't know why they did this. It's like under the yellow brick road.
Because you're saying, like, it rips off Batman. Where did the cops go?
Yeah.
They went underground.
Okay, all right, that's true. But then at one point too, this makes no sense. It was so stupid. She goes, all the animals, like I mean, all the animals.
Yeah,
so
like all the police officers, everybody.
No. But listen, they got cheetahs, they got camels, they got koalas.
The cheetahs are like,
they
thank
got
you very much.
Horses, they got rats, they got foxes, and it's so fun. And they got rabbits, and it's so funny. Even they have like freaking like cheetahs. You're telling me the cheetah is buddy with the freaking rabbit? Come on, bro. The cheetah would freaking die to kill that freaking rabbit and eat him. What is it? What is the cheetah eating? What's the cheetah going to eat in the desert? He's going to eat that freaking rabbit. But in this world, all the animals love each other. The cheetahs eat grass and any kind of vegetables they can find. Stupid shit, bro. No, that cheetah's going to eat the rabbit the first chance he gets. It's like, that's the problem with these movies. They're so unrealistic. You're telling me that cheetah is going to be happy eating grass or whatever. Why? Since when? Those things are based on eating meat. They're not going to be happy running off to the desert and eating, I don't know what. What are they eat in the desert?
Dead rabbit.
Yeah, when he dies of old age, he's going to eat the rabbit. This movie's so nonsensical, stupid. If you take more than 2 minutes to analyze this shit, it's nonsense. It's not stupid shit.
I had over 3 hours to analyze.
That's what amazing. People like this shit.
I want my money back.
I can't believe people like this movie. It's so stupid. It's like I said, to me, it reminds me of like a bad 1970s made-for-TV Disney movie, like Witch Mountain or some stupid shit. Garbage.
I thought it was 2027 by the time it ended.
That's true, too. At one point, freaking Elizabeth goes, I see no enemies here with all these animals. And then asked Ash the goat, or whatever his name was, what he thinks the cheetah's going to do to him if he gets him alone. I get a feeling he's an enemy. I see no enemies here.
The cheetah goes up to Professor Goat and is like, hey, can you like take off your glasses, please? Yeah. I don't want you to see this.
Yeah.
How I bite your
I'll make
back of your neck.
merciful as possible.
Take off the glasses, please, Professor Goat. I'm about to maul you.
Nothing personal, but
it's my instinct.
I can't eat grass and wheat all day.
I need my meat.
So let's get into final verdicts for this movie. I will let you go first. Grouch, what say you about this one? 1 through 10.
I'd probably give it like a 3.
3?
Yeah.
Some redeeming scenes there, right?
Yeah, redeeming, yeah. I loved how they tied everything together. I thought that was pretty cool.
That was-
I love the little mystery behind Dorothy.
I thought it was cool how they did tie up why he becomes a Tin Man, why he becomes the Scarecrow. That was cool. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
and Dorothy was a mystery. I like that too. I actually like that scene with like the shadows.
Oh, like I said, to me, the only good scene, a really powerful scene, was when she tries to save her love interest, the prince, and turns into a Scarecrow. You can't break his bones. You can't kill him. That was a cool scene. To me, that was the only powerful, really well shot, well written scene. To me, the rest of it was trashed, man.
But again, just everything how they tied everything together. Like, why would, if the witch is supposedly dead, why would the wizard go away, right? But they actually have a little backstory for that, and like, hey, that was your daughter, and this is the guilt, and you go away. So I thought that was really, really cool for me, how they tied everything together. And then the music sucked, everything else sucked, the story overall sucked, other than the tying the stuff together. So a 3.
Okay.
I feel confident with that.
One of the first times, I'm gonna go lower than you because you're usually more generous than I am. I'm going with a 2.
I am good for wicked. I mean, I'm wicked for good now, man. So like, I gotta go up, man.
Yeah, no, I'm going with a 2.
I'm gonna change my ways. She taught me to change my ways.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm not changing my ways. This is garbage. I'm calling it like I see it. I hated the movie. Absolutely stupid. Written for 5-year-olds. Not written for me as an adult male. No, this is not for me. It was garbage. One redeeming scene. That's the only reason why I'm giving it 2. Otherwise, it'd be a 1. If it wasn't for that scene, it'd be a 1. I agree. It's kind of cool to see it tied in. The only problem I have with it all tying in is it makes the world seem smaller. Why can't there be like Tin Men running around? Why can't there be like other people, other strange people just running around out there? You know, why does it have to be because she cast a spell? To me, it makes the world smaller. Another problem, a huge problem I had was I'm a huge fan of the original. And what happened to all the hundreds of guards she had that looked just like the witch? Where are they? Why did she obliterate them? Why are they not part of the plot like the original? What happened to them? Why would they omit them? In my opinion, I think they just wanted to have this because the whole nonsense of the potion, that's all new stuff. The potion that the wizard drinks to make the green daughter. I mean, they could have made it so that he banged like 1,000 other girls, and they just happened to have 1,000 boys, and they could have all been, brothers of hers. But why omit that? That's like a huge plot point. And I didn't appreciate that. They could have, in my opinion, the best thing they could have done was just made her part of like a green race of people. That could have been an interesting element. A whole race of all green people. But no, they instead they decided to make the world smaller because of the witch. That's how these characters were created. To me, in a way it's cool, but in a way it makes the world smaller at the same time.
Yeah, but they kind of established that, right? You even said like they grabbed the globe and it's just Oz. Like,
yeah,
it's a small world.
But I would prefer like a vast world like ours with all of these peoples and cultures and lands, and not just make it just Oz as the entire world. Mm-hmm. To me, I prefer like a huge world with a huge possibilities and huge outcomes, and maybe they have a country with all green people, and those are her people. Make it more vast and more interesting. If you shrink it down to this little thing, to me, it makes it less interesting. But I agree. In a way, it's cool that they tied up the loose ends. But in a way, I would have preferred if they had just made it like this vast world with all these different races and all these different magic users who can create all these different people, But overall, so that's it. So I give it a 2. Grouch gives it a 3.
And on that note, the Grumble and Grouchy Show. We are here judging